What's up, everybody, and welcome back. It's been quite a while since I last uploaded anything here. Turns out that life can get pretty busy if you let it.
What happened, Gandalf? Why didn't you meet us?
Oh, I'm sorry, Frodo.
Oh! You know, I should have known. Oh! Dude! I think it's poison. Oh gosh, no! Pay attention, Steven! No! Dude, I can't dodge it. Yeah, I'm just reeling.
What is this? Oh my! Oh no!
Oh no!
What is happening?
What can men do against such reckless hate?
FP, I got one shot of a great glintstone shard out.
I'm in danger!
My goodness. Yep, that's it. That's a tough one.
I lost her! No! No! I was delayed.
The Slayer has been activated.
But with some really great releases on the horizon, I wanted to catch up a bit and talk about some of the games that I've been enjoying in the meantime.
Wait for me, Father. I'll be there soon.
I bought Hades 2 shortly after it was released for early access, and at the time of this recording, it's still in early access. Now, I'm not usually one to partake in early access titles, which I'm not going to get into right now, or else I'll get stuck ranting about it forever. But I enjoyed the first Hades title so much that I decided to risk it for this biscuit. And this was a really good biscuit. I am a big fan of the roguelite genre in general. Cracking open a couple cold ones after a long day just hits the spot a lot of the time. And both Hades games are probably the go-to examples that come to my mind on the topic. This game is crazy. There's a ton going on the screen usually, and it's super easy to get overwhelmed early on.
Oh goodness. Yeah, they got me.
It differs from the original Hades by adding in a magic bar above your health bar that fuels most of the abilities that you use. And there are new ways to unlock more power as you iterate between runs.
Eternity.
Oh.
The bosses at the end of each area are also top tier.
Come on, baby!
Each one displays the care that went into crafting the little details. The siren song at the end of Oceanus, for example, in addition to having hilarious lyrics,
Oh, it really is called I'm Gonna Clog Your Eyes. It really is called I'm Gonna Clog Your Eyes and Drown You to Death.
has layered vocals, and as you defeat the individual sirens, the song loses the corresponding layer to it.
Good, double hit on her. There we go, double hit. Yep. But that's why I didn't like it. You see it because I got hit by the other one. Oh, the fish are coming regardless?
Plus, it's just catchy. I made it to Kronos, who was the final boss at the time, fairly quickly compared to the original Hades. And along the same lines, he's the Titan of Time. And here's what happens if you try to pause the game during his fight.
No.
I did it.
You do not control the flow of time. Here is the end of it.
That's so cool!
My biggest issue was that there were still entire areas unavailable when I was playing. And since I made it to the end after only a few gaming sessions, I really couldn't do much else. There was a character you met along the way named Strife, who makes the enemies from that point onward do increasingly more damage to you as a way to slow your progress, I think. I don't know if this is something that is just for a while it's in early access or not, and I'm too lazy to look it up. But I hated her more than anything.
But come on, what? I really thought this was the run. I'm like, this is gonna be it. I got so much going for me.
I stopped playing like 9 months ago at this point, so I'm sure they've made some big strides since then, but I'm not going to go back until the game is out of early access. I'd throw both the original Hades and Hades 2 into A tier for those who really enjoy roguelite games, but since I still have a bias against the early access titles, I'm going to throw Hades 2 into B tier and give it another pass when it's quote-unquote finished. Faster Than Light was a very temporary fix for me. Steam had it on sale for like $2.17 or something like that, and a friend of mine recommended it to me. It's a pretty old game, which is a fine thing to say and think until you realize that it was released in 2012. The arguably copyrighted premise is that you are captain of a Federation ship carrying valuable data, plans for an enemy superweapon, with a rebel fleet in pursuit. You need to make your way through various sectors of the galaxy, defending yourself and upgrading your vessel and crew to ultimately stop the rebels. What populates the sectors and what awaits you at the nodes you can travel to are all randomized each run, and there are tons of encounters that play out differently depending on what weapon systems you have installed, what kind of beings you have as a part of your crew, and more. Comparing this game to one of the Hades is probably the best way to communicate the difference between a roguelite and a roguelike game. FTL does not hold your hand in any way. Don't understand the difference between weapons? Too bad. Unclear on what options to pick that will actually result in good things happening? Well, pay better attention next time. You want to upgrade things between the runs? Then try playing FTL Weenie Hut Jr. Edition next time. Because when you're playing FTL, this is the only way you learn.
Yep. No, there's the asteroid. No. Oh yeah, we're done, Zoe. We're done. Gosh. Gotta get a guy over here. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Yeah. Man, that was such a good position. Yeah, we're done. That was so dumb. Oh, I'm dead. Well, there we go. Did my best. But man, what's just unlucky. Unlucky. My crew in there. Okay, here it comes. Ah! There we go. There we go. Nope. Oh, because everyone's just gonna die. Wow, literally the first jump. The game also offers a lot of fun and quirky moments with the names of the crew members and some of the consequences of your decisions. For $2, I had a great time, and if you're a fan of these kinds of games at all, then I'd recommend picking it up next time there's a Steam sale. The learning curve and merciless RNG in the game does detract from the experience in my opinion, so sorry Swick. Despite your coaching, I'm gonna land this one in C tier. Not the best for me, but respectable.
Great storm wiped the world clean.
We need a place to work.
Who else will feed our families?
Stuart! Stuart? Did you hear that? The city. The city was not...
Frostpunk 2 was a fantastic game. The original game was a high-stress, can't-please-everyone kind of real-time strategy resource management game, and its sequel, against all odds, has turned out to be a high-stress, can't-please-everyone kind of real-time strategy resource management game. But now, with the democratic process, I didn't end up keeping much of the footage from my playthrough, but I had such a good time that I played through the entire campaign twice over and played each kind of objective type in their Utopia Builder game mode. And that may not mean much to you right now, but to me that's high praise. Playing the role of the steward of the city, which has just changed hands from who you played as in the prior game, Frostpunk continues to make you make very difficult decisions for the good of those who follow you. Those who follow you also seem to hate you, and to hate each other, and make playing politics with the various factions that spring up a big focus. Oh, it's very caring, alright? I didn't make old people die, I made a promise and I kept it, and we're doing good. But then immediately they're like, there's a food shortage, so I'm like, you're working triple overtime. People in the camp are getting tense. They worry we won't gather enough food in time. Our hunters propose to slaughter the remaining seals, including pups and females. This will allow us to gather much more food, but will wipe out what could be the last colony of these creatures on Earth. However, many elders have volunteered to walk into the Frostland rather than be a burden on our resources. Their sacrifice would significantly reduce the rations we need for the whiteout. What should we do? The generator is revered and beloved by the Faith Keepers. Okay. Well, neat. I'm glad they like it. I don't know why you're praying to it, because it was... If anything, pray to me, right? I turned it on. But, you know, please don't do that. As well. Well, yeah. Oh, somewhere in the desolate... There's an oil symbol! But you're not in turmoil right now. Disease, absent. Hunger, absent. Cold is absent. Squalor, absent. You got it made. Your life is perfect.
A few moments later.
Alright, well, the cold is catastrophic, and people are dying. The game was a bit buggy when it first came out, crashed on me a few times, but let me list out a few features that really make me remember it very fondly. The music is great, changes based on the situation, and really helps with the immersion. Despite needing a ton of tutorials and instructions to handle the complexity, you can just play the game right from the start. The instructions page starts very small and expands as you play, so you can't overthink it at the beginning. And as you hover over the user interface, you can hyperlink back to the relevant portion of the instructions at any time. There are several difficulty settings, allowing people of all temperaments to enjoy the game. And the higher ones are balanced very well and feel very satisfying when conquered. There are several points in the campaign where you have to make pivotal decisions. These cannot be undone and affect the rest of the game. There is no right answer, and playing through with different choices allows for really good replayability. You can pause the game, but you can also turn that setting off for even higher stakes. I've thought once in a while on what constitutes an S-tier game for me in this context, and it's really hard to have an immutable answer for that. I've toyed with the idea of having an S-tier representative for each genre since they're so different, and I may stick to that. Because of everything I just mentioned, and more that I'm forgetting I'm sure, I'd easily place Frostpunk 2 in A tier, but it might be my favorite real-time strategy game, and it's got one thing going for it that makes me personally love it all the more. It's PvE. I'm partial to PvE games for a lot of reasons, one of which is that with PvE, the developers can create exactly the experience they want you to have. So I'm confident that when others play this game, they'll get the same experience that I did. Whether they like it or not is another story, but because of that consistency, I'm happy to make it the S-tier representative for me in the RTS realm.
Every choice you make brings you closer to your end. One question remains. Will you do no harm?
Do No Harm is another game that is fairly small time, but only set me back like $14, so I was not hesitant to give it a try. You play as the man who just answered an ad for a village doctor on a small island. Over the course of 1 month in-game, the complexity and challenge of the villagers' ailments goes from trivial to stress-inducing. A real shift from, can monkey match the colors?
Go for it. Alright, easy enough. First day seems pretty good, tutorial-wise.
To, let me consult my various pages in my medical text to heal you, and I better do it quickly or else. And that's assuming you're actually sick and I'm not just imagining everything that's happening here. I am seeing fish people and floating heads these days, after all.
I guess chest pains? Stethoscope. I see the bug guy out there. Making it painful to eat or even speak. Alright. Cough, sore throat. You got phlegm symptoms, pal. Are you over 56? You are. Oh, goodness. You got garlic, lemons, milk, nuts, onions. No. Okay, you should be good. Any amount of phlegm medication should be good for you. Take this. Are you writing this down? No. Okay. Almost dead. Okay. But a 7 blood gives you a -2. Hold on. Let me consult my tome. Yeah, it'll be... Oh, what? This is a problem. Are you lying to me? You lying to me?
The mechanics in this game are simple, but every couple days or so, for the first half of the game, you get additional symptoms to look out for, different tools you can use, and some recurring NPCs that come in making optional requests from you. How you respond to their demands, and I do mean demands.
So how about old Nigel names a few names for ye? Lonely folk no one's gonna miss anyways. And ye accidentally send 'em Nigel's way. Nigel keeps his hands busy. And your pocket full, too. In any case, I've brought you another list. These people are in dire need of help. Oops. Alas, too private to share their ailment. Please use the list and don't deny them your compassion. May the Great One guide your gift. Okay.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
This dude! Mr. Goody Two-Slippers over here. You want to cross Nigel? What are ye, some sort of hero? They gonna die anyway. Look it, boy. Either you kill him, or I kill you. Oh, no. How about that?
And how well you do at your actual job determine how much the villagers like you, and how much money you get paid. You need to restock your medicine and supplies each day, so running out of money is game over. Or so I'm told. The game has you keep track of a host of fun characters who come to visit you, but ultimately I found it a bit lacking. I caught on pretty quickly, I guess, so money was never close to running out, so I never had to give in to any NPC demands, so the end game was just a bit uneventful until the actual end of the game.
Last customer of the day. Get out. I think it's the second day in a row where I haven't seen any crazies. Haven't had to chug my Mountain Dew. Ooh, what do we got? Okay, so it's another choice. Do I kill this guy or not? And so far I've gotten away with killing nobody. Well, nobody intentionally.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
So. Oh, maybe I did chug one Mountain Dew. I just forgot. Sorry, pal. You came in after hours, so you get this version of me. What's your problem?
The real appeal here is the satisfaction you get from knowing the medical text inside and out, trying to stay sane by drinking a tonic whenever you think you're hallucinating, and the variety of outcomes that are possible. I won't get into the endings here, but there are a good few of them, and the game helps you out by saving different choices made as branching paths, which is very nice.
So day 29. Oh! That's nice.
Ultimately, since I completed the game in just a few sessions, and I feel like there's a lot of conflict lost if you aren't strapped for cash all the time, which I found very easy to do, I think I'll land this one with FTL in C tier. But I do want to say that this would be an easy game to pick up and share with a less gaming intense friend, And if you really like going back and unlocking a lot of hidden options and endings, then this could easily be a B tier for you. Plus, it's like $14, and probably less if you get it on a sale. Mine came with a bundle, so like for your money, definitely a solid choice still. So there you have it. I hope to be streaming and making some more content in the months to come with some big titles that I'm looking forward to. And now that I'm finally getting close to finishing the Elden Ring DLC, let me know if you've played these games, or if you have a different opinion of them in the comments. I had to keep each one pretty short here, but I'd love to chat more on it anytime. And you can follow me on Twitch if you appreciate the content. Anyway, till next time.